What is going on, Cancer? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct, and this is going to be your reading for the month of May. What's going on, Cancer? I don't think I have seen you guys in a while, so sorry about that. I don't think I did a reading for you last month, maybe the month before, but I'm back for May, right? This is going to be a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. If it does resonate with you, do me a favor, give me a like, a share, subscribe, comment, any of those things to help the channel out. Let me know that you're watching in some type of way. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can always check one of your rising or moon signs, or check out one of the previous readings for Cancer, or one that will be coming up in the future. All right, first off, we're going to be checking out your present energy, like we always do it here, and then after that we're going to step into some of the futuristic energy over here, talking about going into the end of May and the beginning of June. All right, so let's dive right in head first. First off, we got the Two of Wands. Also want to let you guys know I do have personal readings open if you guys need, like a more precise personal read that kind of matches you a little bit more. That is open. I've been getting a little bit some emails about that. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Up front, crowning your reading, we had the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands here could be representing some new path that you're wanting to take or embark on, a new beginning that you've kind of had your eye on maybe for a little bit, maybe for a while. You've been kind of researching something a little bit, thinking about embarking on a new territory, thinking about taking a trip somewhere, taking a new journey, leaving, one position that you've been in and going out on another path, right? This is a brand new start. But you haven't quite taken the trip yet. You haven't quite left your home yet. You haven't quite, started on that new path. You've just been kind of researching it a little bit. You've already made your decision, but you just have not started it all the way yet. Now, that is clarified by the Page of Wands. So this could have something to do with a new project that you want to start, something that you want to build yourself. It could be talking about owning your own business, a new hobby, starting something on the side that could be lucrative, right? Something that you're passionate about, something that is creative, something that has to do with your gifts, your talents, your abilities. This is what you're thinking about. This is what's on your mind, what you're researching, right? You're wanting to invest your time and energy into it, but before you start it, you're kind of just, contemplating it. You have made your decision on it, but you haven't actually took that dive yet, or that leap yet. You haven't kind of jumped from off of the porch yet. But what you want to do, it does have something to do with something that is your own, something that could be out of the norm, out of the traditional sense of work, something other than your 9-to-5 job. It could be something that you eventually want to make your 9-to-5, or, something that you want to make your main source of income. But right now it's just in its beginning stages, in its infant stages, and you're thinking about birthing something new, stepping through a certain portal. If you look at this card, it's talking about stepping into a new portal, right? Some new path that wants to begin, that you want to birth out. And you have everything that you need to begin this. It feels like you have researched it enough. You've come to a point, within spirituality, within maturity of yourself, within just knowing what you can do, your skills, your abilities. You've built it up, and you're passionate about this new start and this new beginning, because you have what it takes to build it. And that's what these cards are telling me. Then we're moving down into the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is here. It could be representing, once again, how passionately you want to move forward into this new beginning, right? This can also represent a fire sign that could be coming in for some of you guys that are, dealing with a relationship or dealing with some type of new partner. Someone could be coming headed your way that is a fire sign, that is very passionate, that moves in pretty quickly, that kind of scoops you off your feet before you even realize it. That's that Knight of Wands energy, right? This could be your energy you're taking on too, or you're just moving forward very quickly. You feel passionate this month. You feel driven. You feel that new drive in you that the month of May is bringing a lot of people, right? Saturn is in retrograde. And because Saturn is in retrograde, you probably feel lighter these days because you don't have the planet of the taskmaster putting weight down on you. You don't have a heavy karmic cycle on you anymore. Now this is the time for karmic retribution, to be paid back karmically when Saturn goes into retrograde. And a lot of times this effect has an effect on us where we're a lot more energetic, right? We're kind of passionately moving about, and we can put our energies into anything that we wanted to, right? And I believe you already know what you want to put your energy and your time and invest your resources into. And so you're passionate about that. You're moving forward like, let's go. Also, it's clarified by the Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles here could be talking about juggling a little bit. So this is kind of, just like the Two of Wands energy. But Two of Pentacles is more so you kind of juggling back and forth two things, right? Not quite having a decision made, kind of trying to figure out what you want to kind of give your energy into. It seems like you could have two choices. Because up here it's talking about two choices, but with the Two of Wands, you've already made your choice in your mind. You just haven't done it in action yet. Now, these other cards that are clarifying it, the Page of Wands and then the Knight of Wands down here, is talking about you taking action. But then, once again, you kind of get caught up in, well, do I do this or do I do that? This is the juggling act. You could be just wanting to put energy into two different things, and seeing if you can juggle it all. Because if you see this with the woman feeding the two children, both of them are trying to eat. She's trying to feed both of them. So you could be trying to feed two things at one time, right? Put your energy two places and just balance it out, because the Two of Wands does talk about the balancing act. It doesn't a lot of times talk about you being indecisive like the Two of Swords is. The Two of Wands is just like, okay, I'm trying to balance this. I could do this and I could do that. I can work my 9 to 5 and I could do this business on the side. I could be very busy with my work or with building up my financial business and also have a relationship, and pour my time and energy into that just as much as I poured into my financial side of life. So this is the juggling act. And you're passionate about it, so it seems like you're going to be able to pull it off, whatever you're trying to juggle at the same time. You could be very successful in that because you have the energy behind you. You're driven enough to do it both, or to do both, right? But we'll see. Next up, you break into the territory that every sign has been breaking into for this month, and that is the area of love. These are some love cards that are popping up for you. Now you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands here usually represents stability, a stable foundation, a stable connection with someone that you can build with. This is talking about that reciprocal connection. 1111. Soulmate energy, twin flame energy. It talks about a lot of those things. Somebody that you feel is a match to your energy. Somebody that you feel you can actually have longevity with. This is the marriage card also. And it talks about that stable foundation that you can begin at a point with somebody and then build further into a life, with a family, with a house, with a home, all those things that you can build from this starting point. This is that connection coming through. And so it is likely that you want to step through this portal that I was talking about right here with someone that you've kind of been thinking about joining forces with. This person you see as a partner that you can actually have longevity with. This could also be somebody that is from the past that you've been thinking about a little bit. That could be coming back around and resurfacing at this time. You could also be thinking just about a connection, a soulmate connection with someone that maybe you haven't met yet, but you're supposed to meet. You intuitively feel that you have a connection. Sorry, I can't talk. But you intuitively feel that you have a connection with someone that maybe you have not met yet, but you know that you're supposed to meet them in this lifetime. And this person could very well be somebody that you were with in a past life, because the Six of Cups here talks about a past life connection. It talks about, a soulmate connection, that is familiar, that you've already experienced somewhere. And it could be in this life, it could be in a past life, but it's a very strong connection, and it's very familiar. It almost brings nostalgia to you, and it makes you have memories of either this life or a past life, but it's very strong. And with you having the Four of Wands and the Six of Cups here, there is a person that's on your mind that you're thinking about stepping into this next part of life with, and you have them on your mind as somebody that can help you build and help you move forward, and you guys can team up and join forces, right? Or somebody could be looking at you in that type of way and wanting to come in, and they feel that you are their soulmate. They feel that you have a strong connection with them, and they're very attracted to you, right? But this is the soulmate connection here, and I like that. Then right under that, once again, you have the Lover's card. So love is all within this. I see work and I see love, which is probably what you're trying to juggle, right? So you have the Lover's energy. The Lover's card here is talking about some type of strong connection that goes, even to me, deeper than the Two of Cups energy. The Two of Cups is usually talking about a soulful connection, soulmate energy on a soul level. The Lover's connection, to me, talks about a spiritual connection with somebody, where it goes even deeper than the soul level. It goes to the spiritual level. This is kind of like embedded in your DNA. You have a certain connection with somebody here, like I said, where you could have been in contact with them for more than one lifetime, right? You guys could have a very strong attraction to each other, undeniable attraction. You don't even know where it comes from. They don't even know how it happened, but it's a magnetic pull to someone. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up, right? So you could definitely already be involved with this person, because a connection like this is kind of like hard to shake. So let's say if you guys were separated for a while or not in contact or whatever. I know you hear it a lot on the tarot, right? On different readers, they always talk about somebody, that has left and you're no longer in contact, and this person is still thinking about you. I know. But it's possible that there is someone that you just have a strong connection with, and it's just hard to shake, hard to break, because it goes down levels, deep levels, karmically. You could be karmically tied into this person. You guys could have something that you're supposed to complete together. Yeah, that does exist. And they could be a soulmate. Yeah. Now, if this doesn't have to do with love for you, though, then this could be talking about a decision that you have to make. The Lover's card could also talk about a major decision where you're choosing to do something differently than the way you've been doing it before. You're choosing your own way. You're choosing your own path. You're kind of like turning away from tradition, and you're wanting to kind of build something on your own. Right? Now, this reading is familiar for some reason. This is almost like a reading that I had for Aries, and it was probably about 2 months ago. And it was very similar cards, a very similar spread. But in that reading, I could definitely remember it. It was talking about moving away from something traditional. Back up here, these same cards were here, moving away from a traditional job. You could possibly be wanting to quit your 9-to-5 job, and you want to go into business for yourself because you see you don't fit into the 9-to-5 world. You don't fit into the Monday through Friday schedule. You don't fit into having a boss and having a supervisor and a manager and assistant manager, having higher ups, the hierarchy. You don't fit into it, right? And you could be one of the people that are very unique, very, what's the word? What is the word? I can't think about it. Unorthodox, right? Your methods are unorthodox. You have a skill that you can do and is very unorthodox when it comes down to the regular world of business, right? And you could be looking at your 9 to 5 job as a prison that you're kind of like stuck in a little bit, and you want to move away from tradition when it comes down to your finances and building something for your own. Now that's for some people. For other people, this is just definitely talking about love. You have somebody that has you in their eyesight, and you have them in their your eyesight, right? And you guys are in connection. And like I said, this is a spiritual connection. This is divinely guided and appointed. So the universe could be doing something at the moment in the month of May to bring you guys closer to each other. And it's all about where you guys are at spiritually. You could be connecting with this person at this moment in time because you have reached a certain plateau of spirituality and development, and they have too. And you guys could be coming together to match, almost like the yin and yang energy matches, the light and the dark, the higher self and the lower self, the feminine and the masculine qualities coming together to make one whole, so that you guys can accomplish more together than apart. And the universe could definitely be orchestrating all these events to happen. It's clarified by the King of Swords. King of Swords here talking about some detached energy. Now you could be very well be dealing with air sign. This could be the person that, could be coming up as a soulmate to you if they are an air sign and they're taking on the King of Swords energy. Then they definitely could be coming off as detached, kind of aloof, kind of disconnected, definitely not as emotional as you are, because you are a water sign, Cancer. This is an air sign, so they're very logical. They connect with you through the mind and not through the emotions. They want you to connect with them mentally, and they like to, this person could be a sapiosexual, right? They like to connect through the mind. They're attracted to your mind and not so much your emotional state or, the physicality, even though that does play a part for sure. But they could, be a type of person that definitely tries to interact with you mentally. Right now, that's if you're dealing with a air sign or somebody that has some air qualities. If this is your energy, then this could just be the way that you're approaching this connection that is a strong lover connection. You could kind of be detached a little bit to it, kind of not wanting to get involved so much because you're kind of cautious. You kind of want to stay grounded within logic, because this could be very unlogical when it comes down to this strong connection that's coming in for you. This soulmate connection that you don't even know how or why you're attracted to this person and you like this person so much, and they don't know either. And so you could be kind of like, you know what, I just want to stay logical. It's not making sense. It's not logically making sense. So you know what, I'm going to keep my distance a little bit. I'm going to observe it, from a distance and try to make some sense of it. Try to ground it a little bit in logic and rationality. And that's okay too, because, water signs, I know all about you guys. Definitely, Cancer. I'm a Pisces, so I know how it feels sometimes to just jump in head over heels into your emotional world when it comes down to love, and then it not end so pretty. So if you're trying to be logical, that definitely makes sense as a water sign. You're trying to balance yourself out in some type of way. Or this could be their approach to you, right? If this is not you, this is just their approach to you. Now, I say that because I'm looking at the next set of cards, and over here we have the Empress and the King of Cups. So this could definitely be your energy, and this could be their energy, right? If you're connecting with somebody that takes on those air qualities. Now, the King of Cups definitely could represent you, Cancer. This is somebody who is matured a little bit in their emotional state. Not a little bit, but a lot. This is the highest level of maturity when it comes down to the emotional state and world. The King of Cups is the ruler over that, right? He rules his emotions very well, is very grounded. He's able to use his emotions as an asset, as a tool, as a weapon, and not let them use him and abuse him, right? He's able to be in touch with his emotions and not disconnect from his emotions, feel his emotions, but not let his emotions overwhelm him. So he stays in control. But this is also the clarifier of the Empress card. All right, the Empress card here is talking about nurturing, somebody who is very nurturing, somebody who is creative, somebody who is very spiritual. This is the nurturer of the tarot, the mother of the tarot. So this could be your energy, how you're coming off. Somebody who is who is very much in touch with their emotions, very much in touch with their spirituality. They're very fertile. So you have the ability to create. You have the ability to make things grow, especially when it comes down to relationships, when it comes down to your finances, right? And this is what you're representing if it comes down to this connection, right? You're the one that is the watery one, the emotional one, the spiritual one, the creative one, the artistic one, the nurturing one. And then this person could be bringing in the other side of it that is kind of like that air quality, the logical, rational, grounded, mental, side of things. And you two could possibly balance each other out, or not. And I don't want to say it in a way to where you need them or they need you, but you guys come together like I was talking about earlier in that yin and yang fashion, where you're bringing the yin energy, they're bringing the yang energy. All right? So that makes sense. Now, if this, for the Empress card, I also want to say that in connection to this new project that you're wanting to passionately pursue, or this business on the side, or for you guys who are kind of embarking on this new start, you're bringing into it this Empress energy, and the Empress, like I said, is very fertile when it comes down to business and ideas and making ideas grow and being able to grow business ideas, and make it have longevity. So if you're starting something and it's at its beginning phase, you're taking on the Empress attitude about it, where you can oversee it, you can rule it, you can make it grow, you can make it continue to be steadfast instead of it just starting and then just falling off. You're also using your emotional abilities, your emotional intelligence that you have as a Cancer, where you can tap into your deep emotions and bring up creativity, bring up spirituality, right? Bring up interpersonal skills, dealing with people, communicating with people. These are all the emotional abilities, emotional intelligence that comes from being somebody who is tapped into their emotions and have their emotions balanced. All right? So yeah, that's what's happening in your present energy. I'll let you take one more look at that. Just kind of take all those symbols in a little bit. All right, you have that Photoshop in your brain. So let's go into your futuristic energy. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and then the Page of Wands. Let's talk about it. Knight of Pentacles here could be talking about a brand new offer that could be coming in. Some type of new opportunity that possibly could be coming in, because the Knight of Pentacles is talking about financial opportunity, material wealth, right? Some type of offer, job offer. It could be just a opening that's happening around your finances. And for some reason, it's clarified by the Tower card. So the effect of this new offer or new opportunity or new, opening that you're thinking about taking could cause some things to just fall apart. Now, this is major arcana, so if we're talking about falling apart, we're talking about something that was already about to fall apart because it wasn't built up strong foundationally. Now, this could be going back to the people that I feel like are leaving from out of that 9-to-5 world, or wanting to leave from out of a job that no longer serves you, or that drains your energy, or makes you feel like you're in prison and you just have to be there. You could be wanting to come up with a plan to exit, an exit strategy. And this is what the Tower could be talking about, the wrapping up of that cycle. But there's going to be something that comes through now. For some of you guys, this could be an earth sign that is coming in with some type of offer, right? If we're talking about love, it could be somebody that wants to connect with you, and it's kind of catching you off guard and making you be surprised, like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on, wait just 1 second. I did not know this was on its way. I did not know you were coming. I'm not ready for this. And it just kind of shocks you. So those are the kind of like 2 scenarios that I'm picking up. Let's keep it moving. Right into that, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So this is talking about a balancing of financing, a balancing of giving and taking, a reciprocal energy. And then we have it clarified by the Justice card. I like how you have that Justice, pendulum. I think that's what it's called. Talking about balance on both cards, right? So the Justice comes and brings in balance, and it does it in a way of payback, right? Retribution. And I was talking about that earlier, about karmic retribution, karmic payback, right? Because Saturn is retrograde. So you could be tapping into that type of energy where some things are coming in where you lost out on it in the past, maybe surrounding some legal things or some things in contract or just in general, where you kind of got the short end of the stick, but it wasn't a fair, due process. And now it seems like the universe could be coming and bringing in some things that is stabilizing that, or bringing some justice and bringing some balance, paying you back, right? This could also talk about some equal give and take coming in from someone. Now, it could be this connection that I was talking about with this lover's energy, with this soulmate energy that you have in your present energy. You guys could be wanting to give and take into each other equally, and, creating that reciprocal energy, creating a balance within the connection. And I like that. Let's keep it moving. Right into that, we had the 8 of Pentacles. So you guys are hard at work, focused on building this new thing that I was talking about, that you're thinking about starting, that you're thinking about going into. And the 8 of Pentacles talks about being hard at work, investing your time, your energy into a craft, into something that you feel could be your life's work, right? But it is clouded a little bit by the Moon card, so maybe you don't know all the facts about this, maybe because it's so brand new, but that doesn't stop you from wanting to work on it and invest your time and your energy into it and stay focused on it, and getting all of the questions you have about it answered, uncovering all the mysteries that you don't know about it, right? Because the Moon card does talk about mystery. It talks about not knowing all of what's to be known about something, right? Sometimes it could talk about illusion. Sometimes it could talk about deception. Sometimes it also can talk about our deepest fears kind of coming up to the surface and us having to face them. But whatever it is, you're working and putting energy towards it to overcome anything that the Moon energy is bringing in, right? This also is talking about some deep emotional energy, right? So you could be working on your emotions. And I was talking about, you bringing up some of your emotional gifts to the surface. The Moon card talks about that also. This could also be talking about you working in a field where you can use that emotional intelligence. You want to work around something that kind of like allows you to use your gifts of who you are more often, instead of working in a field where you can do it, but it doesn't bring you any emotional fulfillment. So this is what these cards are saying to me. And then right into that, we have the Page of Wands talking about that same new start, new project, creativity. This is the sign of the business owner, the small business, going into business from the start, from the beginning. This new idea that you're passionate about, you have a lot of energy about, you want to invest in it, and it's at the beginning. Now, the Six of Wands is talking about you having some type of victory in this area. You receiving recognition in it. You actually being successful in this new thing that you're thinking about starting. So if you're having any doubts about it, if you're kind of like thinking about whether I should go down this new path, I think it's definitely a good time to go down this path, because the Six of Wands here is talking about you having victory in it, you being successful, people recognizing what you're doing and being like, wow, like, you're actually pulling this off. Like, I like what you're doing. I didn't know that this is what you had planned. I didn't know that this is what you were bringing, you know, out to this audience. So, Six of Wands, recognition, being recognized, victory, success. Yes, Cancer. I think that's a great place to end your reading, because we're 30 minutes in and those are all your cards. All right, Cancer, so that was your reading for the month of May. If it resonated with you, like, share, subscribe, comment for me. I will be back next month with another reading for you guys, or maybe towards the end of the month. You never know. Could get a bonus out here. But yeah, later.